Alright guys, today we're going to start our adventure on getting sun breathing in Week Legacy 2 on Roblox. If you guys have been keeping up with the videos, you would know that at this point we've gone through the insect breeding rework, and we've also done Dark Lightning and Dark Lightning V2, which was an absolute mess. Like, that was such a grind. My end goal was sun breathing, and it's actually moon breathing, because it's to my understanding that moon breathing, and I think there's a V2. I'm not really too sure there's a V2, but I know that moon breathing requires you to have sun breathing and then sun breathing V2. So this is the best course of action for us. So yeah, this should be fun, and hopefully you guys enjoy. All right guys, so the first thing you guys want to do if you're also interested in getting sun breathing in this game, and you know what comes after that, which is sun breathing V2 and eventually moon breathing and whatnot. So what you would want to do is at the starter area, right? So that's the starter village. This is the actual starter like noob village or whatever, but you would want to go down, oops, I was going the wrong way, but this way. I believe it's called the Slayer Corpse. So basically the area where you get insect breathing, where they have the wind trainer, where the Shinobu boss is at. So effectively just follow this path and go straight down. All right, so yeah, this is the Demon Slayer Corpse, and once you're down over here, you're going to want to make your way down to Tanjiro. So Tanjiro is going to be a raid in this game. So raids are something that you can do by talking to various different, or well, some NPCs, and Tanjiro is one of them. And as you guys can see, it's a boss raid. So you talk to him, he requires you to be level 30. And the reason why you want to talk to Tanjiro is because he's actually gonna drop a soul, which you need for sun breathing. So this is, in my opinion, the first thing that you would even want to do outside of getting the level requirements for sun breathing itself. So as you guys can tell, we are in this location here with Tanjiro. It's just us, so effectively this is an instanced boss, and depending on your level, it should be pretty easy. Obviously, like, I'm not extremely high level, but I'm pretty decently leveled, so this should not be that difficult at all. And once you defeat him, I'll show you guys the weapon, well, the item drop, excuse me, that you actually would need. But as you guys can tell, we are just obliterating him, and let's go ahead and just do this, and there you go. So pretty easy fight. All you need to do is be level 30 again, and once you're done with that, you can then go into your inventory, and here is the item you should have obtained, which is the sun soul. All right, you need that to get sun breathing. That is one of the requirements, and it's important that you guys get it. So only level requirement to get the sun soul, excuse me, level 30. Might be tougher to do the boss fight at a lower level, but as you guys saw, not that horrible. Now I do have the moon katana. Just a little update for you guys since the last video. We did get the moon katana leeching, you know, Kokushibo when he actually spawned in, so we got pretty lucky on that. Very grateful for that. And we're actually going to equip it. It's a good thing I actually checked my inventory in this video, because knowing me, I would have forgotten to equip it since the last video, because I wanted to show you guys on cam. But anyway, so once you've gotten the sun soul, what you would want to do next is to go to Yoroichi in-game, because he's the actual teacher that will give you the quest line for sun breathing. So in order to actually take on sun breathing, I believe you'll need to be level 50, have 100k cash, and you'll also need, I believe, the sun soul, which we just got. So Yoroichi is going to be right up. Oh, that's not Yoroichi, my bad. He'll actually be westward once you make your way up here. So if you guys use Kokushibo as a reference point, once you get up here, you just go westward down this way, and eventually you will see him right next to a tree as well. And there he is, he's down over there. So if we try to talk to him, he says, do you want to learn the moveset sun breathing? For this moveset, you need level 50, 100,000 yen, and 1 sun soul, like I just told you guys. If we hit yes, it's gonna say you demon, because we are a demon. So in this game, if you guys want to get a BDA, it's pretty simple. Even if you're like a human or a demon slayer, whatever the case is, you just go talk to Muzan, become a demon, and then you can take on the BDA quest. You don't need to use any codes. But if you're a demon slayer, you're gonna have to use some codes. So I'm gonna go ahead and use a code to reset my race. It's gonna be very annoying, because this is actually gonna go ahead and detoggle my BDA, and additionally go ahead and respawn us back at the village which we set our spawn point at. So you guys want to make sure that if you use this code, you should be within the village or spawn area because you don't want to be next to Yoroichi. You're gonna get reset anyways. So all right, so we've made it back to Yoroichi. Let's talk to him. Let's say yes, and we'll take on his quest line. So actually, never mind. I'm so accustomed to actually having quest line in this game. I thought this would have been a quest line, but alas, here we are. So let's go ahead and actually check out our new moveset here and get a quick little defeat. Ooh, that was our dance ability. I don't know if I gotta hold that thing down because it just like not dash, but swiped sideways a little bit, and that was it. I was a little too fast, but we'll go ahead and see how this works out once our ability is ready to be used again. But we should get a decent amount of mastery out of defeating Tokito here. It's not going to be an insane amount, but he was, you know, obviously the closest boss for us. But no, that's definitely the ability there, chat. That was the dance ability. It seems to be a really effective gap closer. So if you're far away from an enemy and you want to literally dance your way to them, you use that ability. So look, we'll try to use it again here. Just check it out. You have a lot of distance that you can cover with that ability, so pretty decent. All right, there you go, guys. We got that done. We got 29 mastery levels. So if I detoggle my katana, re-equip it, we now have clear blue sky as our second ability. So I'll go ahead and check out that ability down on these little demons over here. So one last time, we'll use our demon dance. I mean, our dance ability one more time, and then we'll have clear blue sky here. So clear blue sky seems to be one of those abilities that you'll want to use in the immediate vicinity of your enemies. So, but it has really nice VFX. Like, I'm noticing that right away from sun breathing, like super nice looking VFX on this. So we'll go ahead and use it one more time around all of these enemies, and as you guys can see, it kind of staggers your enemies a bit and does multi-hit damage if you happen to use the ability within close proximity of whatever it is that you're fighting. So not too shabby. I'm gonna go back and defeat Tokito one more time, and maybe that should get us 50 mastery so we can check out that other ability, and then I'll have to lock in and do some grinding on my own time to get, you know, obviously the next ability, which will be level 90, and then our ultimate ability, which we need to defeat Sun Tanjiro for. All right, guys, and I thought we would get enough mastery, but alas, we do not. Anyway, we're once again going to use the starter area as a reference point. So you see where, you know, basically dungeons are at, starter village, beginner village, whatever the heck it's called. Actually, let me just verify this, right? Because some people keep telling me like, oh, stop calling this village the starter village, just the other village. But literally, I remember when you go in this village, it calls it like the beginner village or starter village. Oh, it's little village, whatever. All right. So use little village as a reference point here. You literally want to go right down this way towards Winter Village. So literally, again, just go straight down this way into the direction of Winter Village, and you want to go into the danger zone. So if you already know where it is, great. If you don't, just keep following this path. Again, eventually you'll reach Winter Village. You want to take a left where you see Rui. All right, so here you go, guys. You see Rui down over there, and you take an immediate left. This is going to put you into the danger zone. So within the danger zone, this is actually where you'll find Tanjiro in his sun variant form. So he's going to be right past the Awakened Kaigaiku boss. So you want to make sure you don't aggro that guy. That guy's a crackhead, bro. Like, that guy is like insane, right? But here's Tanjiro. I'm going to try to get as close as possible to him so you guys can see the drop chances. And there you go. Hinokami is what you're looking for. It's a 27% chance if you guys happen to be lucky enough to take on this quest line and, you know, max out the sun breathing. When there's a 2x drop event going on, obviously you'll get a 54% chance to get Hinokami, so that'll be really nice. But otherwise, it's a 27% chance. So we're gonna get the grind started, and hopefully it goes well for us. All right, fellas. So quite a bit later, you know, obviously the grind in this game is always a little bit of a grind. This one was not too bad of a grind though. But we have finally gotten all the moves unlocked and our max tree above 130. So I'm going to show you guys. I did happen to get Tanjiro's Haori as a drop 3 times, in fact, before I was able to get the Hinokami drop, which is insane because the Haori is a 7% drop. Hinokami's 27%, but hey, that's just how luck works. So I'll show you guys how it looks. I'm not going to keep this one on though, because, you know, even though it is drippy, it looks cool. It is not as much durability as the Demon Slayer cloth, as they call it in this game. So, but I'll show you guys the abilities now, right? So our first ability, as I showed you guys before, is Dance. Next up, let me just dodge this out the way. Next up is our Clear Blue Sky. Then we have our Rising Sky, which is our C key. And then after that, we do have our V key, which is gonna be like that. And then lastly, let me just wait until he drops his guard here. There you go. Hold on. But yeah, lastly, chat, we have our B key, which is Hinokami. That tosses up your opponent in the air and it knocks them down and allows you to follow it up with a combo. So Hinokami is going to be a great combo extender, in my opinion. You can literally link up a bunch of stuff with that. I will say, if you guys do want to get like basically the mastery required for Tanjiro first and not try to grind the mastery on Tanjiro, I would highly urge you guys to like find a pub server or somebody if you're under leveled to help you with Kaigoku or something like that. Kaigoku gives a bunch of mastery. Tanjiro does not give a lot of mastery, and it's crazy because the difference between Tanjiro and Kaigoku is literally only 10,000 HP. So it's not a crazy difference. And again, that's just an alternative if you guys would want to, you know, grind your mastery levels out first. And I'm not gonna lie to you, this guy is literally piecing me up right now, chat. He really is. He's doing it to me. Oh man, I just can't lock in if I'm commentating, for real, dude. Oh my gosh. But I'm a big fan of this Hinokami ability, bro. Like, you can literally combo in so much with that, bro. Like, it really is such a great ability. I mean, this moveset in general is just a great moveset. Like, you have so much like combo potential with it. Man, sometimes these bosses can be very annoying. I almost got clapped up by Tanjiro there. But yeah, guys, that is Sun Breathing V1. In the next video, stay tuned. We will be getting Sun Breathing V2. Thank you guys so much for watching.